Hi and welcome to this week's episode of Release Notes. Today we will go through some general updates and some updates on documents, workflows, cost management, contracts, resources, project overview, incidents, risk, complete, plan and BIM. So first update we have done is that we now have separated filter and email under notifications. So earlier they were under one pane, filter and email here, but we are now separated them to get a better overview. We have also added support for a 360 view on videos. So for example, when adding a new workflow with video as attachments, you can now add 360 videos as an attachment. This will work for videos that already can be viewed with Spotlight and videos with MP4 format. So in documents, we have now added automatic sync function to org settings. So when adding new org units, these will automatically be synced to org settings. And here you can choose what frequency you want or which org unit type you want. So when adding one here means it will sync every hour. In the document register, we have now added a preview of the documents. And this you can also choose to hide if you want. We have also added functionality for comparing document reviews, which is available under Commands and Compare Documents. And you will now get the choice of each of the reviews related to the documents. In workflows and in the workflow register, we have now added maps for each of the workflows. In cost management, we have now added a separate field for project owner, where you can add which person with the project owner. In contracts and in bill of quantities, we have now added some more information. So we have added a color indications here and also actual progress. And also we have added a direct link to the contract. So if we go on to this contract, we can also see that we have added an old field for cost code. And this will also be included when importing estimates from bill of quantities to DWS. And also, when trying to send a formal response when action equals none, you will now get an error message saying that you have to create a new revision to be able to send a formal response. So in some cases, you may start a draft before receiving a response and then try to edit the draft after approval. So formal responses can now only be sent once a new revision has been created. In project overview, we see which is a very good app to use when you want a better overview of outstanding things in the project. And an update here is that we now have added support for bulk updating under Assign To. So when registering a new incident, we have now changed the concept a bit. So we have removed the target org unit and replaced it with to be evaluated by org unit or contract. We have also added a separate field for register by org unit or contract. So earlier the field for org unit in an incident was replaced and overruled by the org unit set as target org unit. So it is now two separate fields for the org unit, registering the incident, and org unit responsible for evaluating and follow-up. And also the org units reporting incidents on behalf of others now has the possibility to keep statistics. In the risk register, we have now added cost exposure, a timeline for cost exposure. And you can add minimum, most likely, and maximum. In the object register, we have now added a no field for remarks, which makes it easier to flag objects that have special requirements or objects that one needs to be extra aware of. And you can add a remark into this field. In punch items, we have now added the possibility for deleting several punch items at a time. And you type close selected, and then you are required to leave a close-out comment before closing the selected. In the activity register, we have now added support for map and geolocation. In plan, we have now added a drop-down menu to unlink the activity from the plan under delete button. So this way you can remove an activity from the plan without deleting the activity. We have also added a field for sort with, which can be used to sort activities together. In BIM models and under view profiles, we have now added a menu in views that opens available options and action. This is based on what you can do on that specific profile. Also in 2D view, we have now added measures that you can add. So that was it for today's episode, and thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.